This is seriously as like natural as it's going to get. This is so funny to me, this whole thing. But okay, you guys, we are back with another video. I'm still not feeling my best, but I was like, let's get a quick video in today. My son just woke up from his nap, so he's eating right now, and I'm like, let me get a video like right now. So I was like, okay, what are we going to talk about today? I want to talk about having toxic parents or parents. If you've experienced having a toxic parent, then this video is for you, or parents, because it could be both. So I feel, let's just talk. Let's see, how can I say this? I feel like, and I hope that I'm not, a toxic parent as my son gets older, because like, no, it's not cute at all. Let's see, I just feel like, what are some characteristics of a toxic parent? I feel like a toxic parent can be, and having a toxic parent or parents, and also leaving the environment, like putting your foot down and being like, no, you are not going to talk to me that way. Like, let's get into that and stuff. So what are some characteristics of a toxic parent? I feel like a toxic parent or parents are, or is someone who feels like they're entitled. Well, maybe like they're a narcissist. I don't know. A lot of characteristics of a toxic parent could lead to a narcissist. And I just feel like toxic parents, they feel like they're entitled to their children. Like, they feel like their children owe them something. In my head, I'm like, one, I never asked to be born. Two, you already treat me like shit. Like, I don't owe you anything. So, yeah, I just feel like some toxic parents, they tend to like feel entitled, like it's their way or no way. Like, and I'm like, I mean, who told you to run this kingdom? Because, honey, you're not part of my kingdom at all. So I feel like growing up, sometimes you just don't see eye to eye with people, and that's okay. Like, you can have your differences, but I think that ultimately it comes with like respecting that person. And if you don't respect that person, then it's just not going to be a good relationship, So I feel like growing up, I was really, and to this day, I still feel like the black sheep. And when I was younger, I didn't really understand it. I feel like now that I'm an adult and I'm older, obviously, I feel so much better. Like, oh my god, so relieving to leave that life behind, because I hated my childhood. Like, I just hated my childhood. I always felt like a burden. I always felt like I was bothering people. I always felt like, well, I guess like such a bother. I always felt like the outcast, I don't know, I just always felt so out of it growing up. Like, I never felt like I belonged. Like, truthfully, I truly someone once told me like, oh, maybe you're adopted. Like, girl, by all means, I wish I was adopted, because I don't feel like I fit in with any of them. I don't feel like I'm like any of them. I don't feel like I just don't feel like it, you know? I feel like I am different, and I feel like people don't in that life, people don't like when others stand up to what they believe in. And I'm like that. I like to stand up to what I believe in, and I'm not going to back myself down. And because like I'm allowed to have my own. Thank you so much, my love. You want one? Here. It's just a glove. You want me to put it on? Thank you. Oh, you want mommy to put it on? Here, you can have it. Just be careful, okay? How many do you want? Here, you can play with them. Here, put your hand in here. Ooh! Ooh! Breathe. Breathe. Bless you! Oh my goodness. Not the boogers. Let me see. Like, having a toxic parent, like, I don't know. I just feel like one thing for sure, I want to implement as I'm raising my kid or kids, you know, in the future, I want them to know that, like, for example, I'll give my son as an example. If my son, as he gets older, he gets a girlfriend, a wife, whatever, like, I want him to choose his girlfriend, his wife. Like, that is your family now that you created. Like, that's your priority, you know, because I feel like a lot of families, when their kids get into a relationship, like, these parents get mad. I'm like, why are you getting mad? Like, didn't you do the same thing? Like, you left your family, you had children, so what's the problem? You know, like, I don't know. I just, like I said, I feel like these parents or families, like, they feel entitled to, like, say or do what they feel, and they should, like, there shouldn't be any how do you say, consequences, not consequences, like precautions or something, you know? Like, I just feel like these people, they don't think that there should be any anything said to them. Like, for me, I'm gonna always choose my little family. Like, I'm always going to choose the children I bring into this world. Like, my child. Why do I keep saying children? Like, oh my goodness. I am a dog mom too, so maybe that's why. My children, my dog and my son, I'm always gonna choose them, like, all the time. Like, I don't care above anyone. Like, I don't care who you are, because my son comes first, like, always, and I'm gonna always defend him. And obviously, as he gets older, and as when he becomes a man, he's eventually going to make his own decisions for himself, and there's going to have to be boundaries there. Like, I'm not his main priority when he gets a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. Once he starts his own family, like, I'm not his main priority. So why should I make him feel like I should be his main priority? Like, I'm not. And I want him to understand that, you know? I want him to understand that I'm his mom, and I'm always going to be his mom, and I'm always there for him, and always, like, going to have his back. Well, unless he's wrong. But, you know, to a certain extent, but I'm not his main priority. I shouldn't be his main priority when he becomes an adult. Like, you know, so I just feel like there's so much conflict with that. And toxic parents, like, I don't know, honestly, they feel like they should be number one always. Like, no, you're not. First of all, no. Two, they feel like you owe them something. Like, no, I don't. You brought me into this world. You owe me something. You owe me. You owe me the world because you brought me into this world, you know? I didn't ask for it. Like my son, he didn't ask to be in this world. And then three, like, I just feel like families can be so selfish. So selfish. Like, nobody else's feelings matter but theirs. Like, excuse me, I didn't know that other people were not human. I didn't know that other people were not allowed to feel this way or do anything with their life, you know? And then also the gaslighting. I feel like parents, toxic parents, love to gaslight you. They love to talk shit. They love to tell you X, Y, and Z. You did this, you did that, blah, 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 blah. All they do is this. All they do is that. They don't do anything else, you know? And I'm just like, please don't act like you're the innocent one. If you guys know who says that, I'm dead. Like, so I don't know, some parents, like I said, they feel entitled, and I'm gonna continue saying that phrase because they truly feel entitled. Like, what is wrong with them? And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of the toxic traits I feel like go hand to hand with a narcissist. And you can look up what a narcissist is. And also, like, narcissists, like, they truly really need to work on themselves a lot, honestly. And I'm not even gonna get into that because that's gonna be a whole other video if I do get into it. But like a toxic parent, I truly feel like I feel like they feel like the world revolves around them, that everybody should be on their time. They're not considerate of other people's time, energy, effort, nothing. Like, zero. Like, they don't care. They don't care about anyone but themselves. And that's how they're selfish. They can be manipulative, like, into telling you. And that's where the gaslighting can come in too. Oh my God. I just feel like growing up was like, I just hated my childhood, honestly. Like, I truly did. You could do everything right, but if you do one thing wrong, like, boom, like, the freaking whole building comes clashing down because Lord Jesus. Like, it's just not, like, no, you know? So I feel like I remember growing up, a lot of my motivation came from I never wanted to be in the same position that I was in when I was younger. Like, meaning, like, the way I grew up, I was like, I don't want this for myself. Like, so a lot of my motivation for me to do things, like, came from that, the way I grew up. Like, I wanted to get out. I turned 18. And unfortunately, during that time, my grandma ended up passing away. So I did end up staying, like, home a little longer. But ultimately, like, my goal, like, I remember when I was like 16 or 15, I wanted to get emancipated because I was like, this life is not it. Like, this life is not it. I remember I wanted to get emancipated, and I got all the details and everything to get emancipated. And I remember I had spoken to someone at a place. I'm not going to say where and stuff, but I had spoken to someone, and, you know, they just gave me, like, a lot of advice and stuff, and I guess in an adult perspective. And obviously now that I'm an adult, I do see that perspective. But honestly, if your life is not, like, people don't understand that families and parents, like, really can make your life a living, you know. And they just think, like, I'm your parent, you should listen to me, and I'm right, and I'm blah blah. Like, no, you're not. First of all, like, you're not right at all. Like, you're far from being right. And so, like, for example, I want my son to be able to feel safe in this environment, or in the environment that I create. Like, I want him to be able to tell me things. I want him to be, like, correct me if I'm doing something wrong. Like, if I do something to my son and he doesn't like it, I want my son to come and tell me, like, I didn't like how you told me this, or I didn't like how you treated me, or, you know, I want my son to do that. Because it's like, even though I'm an adult, that doesn't mean I know everything, you know? So I definitely want him to come and tell me and feel safe to tell me what I'm doing wrong if he doesn't like it. And I feel like I didn't get that growing up. I felt like what I got growing up was, like, more like you need to listen to your elders and they are always right and you're wrong and your decisions are not ethical at all. Hi, my love. Hi, my love. You want more? You know, mommy ordered you some new toys. Oh, no, don't put that in there. You want to put the control in there. Espérate. Ooh. Oh, my God. Like, but escaping that world obviously can seem or can be very scary at first. But like I said, I always had that motivation to get out. Like, I was like, once I become an adult, I'm out. Peace out. Like, deuces. Like, you guys are never going to see me ever again. But yeah, so that happened. And then, I feel like now I'm in the position of, hey, you got to be careful, my baby. He's so daring. Oh my God. Like, boys are just crazy. I feel like now I'm 25. I'm in the position of like, I'm saying no. Like, no, you are not going to treat me this way. I am not your punching bag. I am not a mop for you to just, treat me from back and forth. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't put up with crap anymore because it's like, first of all, I'm human too. I'm a person. Like, and I keep saying this in my videos because it's like so true. Like, I feel like people don't look at you sometimes as a person. Like, I don't know what they think, honestly. Like, what goes through your mind. Like, my child is a person with feelings, and I want him to know that his feelings and decisions matter and are valid. Like, that's it, so, but to get out, like I said, I'm 25. I think you just really have to have the courage to tell people, like, no, like, you're not going to treat me that way. And no, I'm not going to put up with your shit. And no, like, you're wrong. And just like standing up for yourself. And like I said, it's not the easiest because sometimes I feel like people try to tell you things to make you feel bad, like tell you what they're going through, and it's like, I could feel bad, but what am I going to do? Like, the only person that's going to change your situation is yourself, like, I'm not going to change your situation. And so just like, I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people deal with, parents who are very old school, and that's okay. You can deal with parents who are old school, but guess what? Like, if they don't agree with you, well, guess what? It's their loss if they don't have you in your life, because you're trying to do better for yourself and you're trying to cut these toxic people out of your life. And guess what? You got to do what is best for you and your mental health. Like, my mental health was like my whole childhood, my whole, like, in like my early 20s, which I'm still kind of, what am I like early 20s still, or mid 20s? Like, it was just, my mental health has always been crap, and even as an adult, I feel like now that I've cut so many people off out of my life, like, my mental health is so much better. I don't have to worry about the outside world, or not the outside world, but like people who have hurt me, like truly have hurt me my whole childhood. And even like in the beginning of my 20s, like, people have hurt me, and you think that that's okay? Like, no. Like I said, I'm not a punching bag. I'm no one's punching bag. And not even with myself. Like, I allow myself to treat myself bad. Like, sometimes I catch myself talking crap to myself, and then I like snap out of it. I'm like, first of all, girl, no, you're not gonna talk crap about yourself at all, because you don't deserve that. So I honestly think it takes a lot of courage. And guess what? Sometimes a lot of things are better unsaid. Like, you heal within yourself. Like, I just feel like even for me, I don't feel like I had to express myself, because guess what? You can express yourself to the people that have hurt you, but that doesn't mean that they're going to understand you. And then that's more energy for you to have, excuse me, to have them understand you. And I'm not going to do that. So for me, I'm like, I'm healing internally. I'm healing on my own. I'm leaving that life behind. That is not my life anymore. And I'm not going to let that life define me. Because although that life is somewhat a part of me, I'm not going to make it all about me, because I don't like to feel sorry for myself. And so, you know, I've healed. I've gone to therapy, and I, even though it's a work in progress, like, you're not going to be perfect. You know, you're not. But I feel like if you take the small steps, any steps to make your life better, I honestly think that that's such an improvement. Like, no matter how many steps you take, like, it's an improvement no matter what. And, you know, you just really have to stand up for yourself, honestly. Like, I really truly believe that. So I just feel like there's a lot of mechanisms to deal with trauma. You just gotta enjoy life, you know. You gotta let all those toxic people out. Hi, my baby, why are you so handsome? Are you ready to take a bath? Mommy was just gonna get this video in while you eat. He's so funny, I swear. You are hilarious, my love. You made yo oh. You're so cute. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think the first few steps of it is like literally saying bye, Felicia. And a lot of people are like, no, I have to be around my family. You create your own family. Like, for me, like, it's true. Maybe they can't live without their family, right? But I don't know. Like, I could. I've lived, like I said, like, my whole childhood was just, like, horrible. Like, I literally, like, always felt like the black sheep. I'm still the black sheep. And that's it. Like, I try to get away, like, from all the drama. I don't want to know anything. No, thank you. I have my own little family, and that's all I care for. I feel like I said, like, the family you create is like your family. And honestly, I just feel like some people are just not good for you. Some people are, like, for me, it's more towards my mental health. Like, I just feel like if you're draining me, like, I do not want you in my life. I don't. You know, that's just, I feel like just getting out of it is having the courage to walk away, just like you would walk away a relationship that is serving you no good. That's how you walk away from toxic family, toxic people, you don't owe anyone an explanation of nothing. Like, that's it. Gotta go. Bye. Like, if they figured out life on their own, like these families or parents or whatever, if they can figure out life on their own, guess what? We can too. As children, well, we're not children anymore, but like, we can too, you know. I just feel like that whole saying of like, once you turn 18, you got to know about life already. Like, I just got out of high school. Like, how do you expect me to know about life? Like, I don't know. It's just so much trauma, like I said. Like, but guess what? I feel like I have, you know what? A lot of people know that I have thick skin. I have thick skin. I will deal with a lot of shit. I will. But once I've had enough, like, I've had enough. Like, people get to their breaking point. And people don't understand that. They think that they just can throw you shit and more shit, and you're never gonna have, like, you're never gonna get enough of it. Like, no, honey, I've had enough. Like, I've had enough of people treating me like shit, calling me dumb, calling me stupid, calling me ugly, calling me this. Like, the people that are supposed to care for you and love you and blah blah blah, like, they don't wish you the best. And I'm not speaking about all families. I'm not. Like, this video is not meant for all families. This video is meant for people who have toxic families, toxic parents, and are ready to just move forward with their life, you know? For me, most importantly, is like, I think the advice that I would give out to someone going through shit is like, just hold on a little tighter. Just hold on a little tighter, even though some days feel like, so dark and so gray, and like you just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Just hold on a little tighter, work hard, stack up your money, save up, get your own place, like, and just avoid everybody who's causing you any type of harm. That's it. I mean, that's how I started. I had like 3 jobs when I was like 18. Like, I was stacking my money. I was like making sure I was like gonna leave. Like, I'm out. Like, I don't care. And you know, but I'm 25 now, and I feel like if you don't deal with your problems, or if you don't deal with your traumas, like, they will linger into your current life that you try to build, or you know, if you don't try to make changes, like, they will linger. So my advice is just hold on a little tighter, hold on a little tighter. Like, life can be amazing, life can really be very meaningful. It's just sometimes people just go through shit, you know? People just go through crap, and even if they don't deserve it, people really just go through crap. And everyone has their own story. Everyone is going through something. Everybody. So, you know, just be kind to yourself, and keep working hard, keep working towards your goals. And if you come across this video, just know you're not alone. I know it's so hard to believe that, like, because everybody else's life, even on social media, seems to be very nice and fun and all put together, you know. But just know you're not alone, and keep going. And I think this is it for this one, you guys. And like I said, bless you. Oh, it's a cough. Like I've said before, I think I said in my last video, if we need to get into more detail with these topics, like, I'm more than happy to. Sometimes I just like to hop on and like vent a little bit for like 10-15 minutes, and then bada bing bada boom. But of course, we can always get into more detail. And I will see you guys in my next video.